He's a certain creature of distress. He doesn't think but makes a total mess. Out of his car, he throws all types of trash. Feeding his worth is better than his gas. When I was in grammar school, I took up guitar, was the first instrument, and then a buddy of mine, only because a buddy of mine who was playing accordion said, gee, why don't you play an instrument? And then I heard this beautiful sounding instrument that my aunt took me to an animal farm, waiting for an elephant ride, and I hear this gorgeous sound. I asked my aunt, who's now 94, nursing home, and I asked her, what's the name of that instrument? And she said, that's an electric guitar. That's Les Paul. I said, well, I want to play that. And so I wound up playing guitar, and then being in a trio. And the trio we played all over under the auspices of a Roman Catholic priest who was a professional clarinetist from Philadelphia under the stage name of solo clarinetist as Jack Foster. And we went everywhere. He knew Joey Bishop. He cut across racial lines, religious lines. He loved everybody, and everybody loved him. And I said, well, this is the type of guy I like. He loves everybody. I like everybody, too. About 12 years old, started performing, 11 and a half, 12 years old. And right away, actually. And we did Tiger Rag. We did a lot of, you would call it Dixieland music, Hold That Tiger, Muskrat Ramble, stuff that would come from the South, basically, which was Dixieland music, which was a combination of, of Caucasian and African American, the combine. So when rock and roll came out, I said, well, that's okay, but I always listened to the older guys, and they were into jazz. So I wind up, after doing a lot of this, I wound up teaching at Berkeley, which is a school of jazz, college of music, for a few years there, and then of course going on, and I had graduated from Boston University, piano being my major, also studying guitar at Berkeley, wound up teaching there, and continued to perform. I played at the Framingham Tent for Johnny Raitt, for Carousel. I've done synthesizer for Dreamgirls. That's the story about the Supremes, Diana Ross. And I've done that. I didn't have a chance to practice it. Here's the book you're playing tonight. I said, wait a minute, the band already rehearsed. So I had to jump in. Good thing I was playing my Chopin etudes as practicing so I could do that. So, and in other ways, I'd perform solo guitar, jazz guitar, and it's been a lot of fun, and of course, you wind up doing weddings, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, you name it, you got it. Confirmations, last payment on washing machines. It's a lot of fun. When will light dawn, cease this endless fight to moan? Leonard Bernstein, grew up the joy of music, one of my favorite musicians. Of course, my teachers were always I always idolized my teachers, whether they were guitarists, Mr. Constantino or Jim Fasese or Jack Peterson, who taught at Berkeley, and let's see, my Dr. Arslanian on composition, and certainly Hugo Norden, who's known worldwide. These were my models. My famous, the guy I liked playing guitar, I liked a lot of them, but I liked Barney Kessel because he could swing. Even Jack says, you like him because he can swing. Jack Peterson would say, I said, yeah, he really could swing with his guitar. What I like most about the electric guitar was its warm sound. Acoustic guitar is pretty. Classical guitar is also warm and has many possibilities. But I like the electric guitar because it's even warmer, and you get a chance to play a lot of what we call color sounds in jazz. So you're playing 9ths and 13ths, and it's incorporated. It can be very, very pretty. So that's what attracted me to the guitar. The pianos in the days I was growing up, they were played usually by like religious nuns or something, and they were always out of tune, and they were banging them, and they were giving me a headache. So I didn't want to play piano until later on. I said, oh my goodness, what a beautiful sound. Oh, that's a piano, but it's played by somebody that knew how to play it, and it was in tune. So I played piano from high school on. The type of music that I like to play on the piano is what I'm writing now. I'm writing sonatas, and even if I'm writing for an orchestra, I generate all, my ideas are coming from what I hear, I even invented, I don't have it with you, it's called a SWAMI. It's an acronym for, S period, W period, A period, M period, I period. It's called Start Writing with a Musical Idea. And I had put that in the International Music Magazine and sold some. People that wanted to learn how to write, you take the English language and you can actually, with the slide rule, put it over the musical alphabet, which is A plus, B, C, C plus, and so on. And this way you're able to generate ideas. Written pieces for Spain, pieces for Germany, and pieces for the Vatican Sistine Chapel Choir. I don't think they sang that. That was in English. I also am a lyricist because I have a master's in English, well, education English, and a master's in music theory and composition. So I like the combination of the arts. I like to work with words. One of my daughters, Andrea, seems to think I'm better with words than I am with my music, although she thinks I play really nice guitar.